All right, I'm here with LaDonya here talking about her transformation story. So, LaDonya, from the beginning, so what was your story before coming to boot camp? So,
Well, it started with a doctor's appointment that I had, just routine. And I went in, and the first thing you do, you have to get on the scale. So I got on the scale, and the number was more than what it was when I was pregnant. So I kind of had a moment there, and I just broke down. And I went in the office, and she's telling me, well, you need cholesterol medicine. This is bad, so a lot of things were just bad. So I'm a Christian, so I kind of prayed about it, and I said didn't want to be this way. I told my doctor I didn't want to take medication because I hate taking medication. So I was on Facebook just, going through, looking at people's pictures or whatever, and I saw the boot camp, no excuse. But it was too late for me to join, so I didn't join that session, and I was like, well, it wasn't meant to be, so I went a couple of months, and then I saw it again, and then it was like a whole week period where I had to sign up. So I was like, you know what, this is a sign from God, I'm gonna do this. So I called Michelle, and she had me fill out the little resume, the little application you have to fill out. So I filled that out, and I came in the next day, and I was like, can I pay? And she was like, well, if you pay, you can start today. I'm like, okay. So I paid her, and I started, and I was like, I really did feel defeated the first day I was there. Only because it was people that were older than me, and they were like going at it, going in, and I'm like, in the back of the room, like, oh my God, I cannot do this.
no, it's funny to hear that. It's funny to hear it now, but it's good to understand that, because usually it's people like, I'm too old, not, wow, there's older people doing better than me.
Right.
Yeah. So it's good to think about that.
And I was like, well, I'm here, so I believe in signs. So as we were going, I think you were like looking around the room, and I had a look on my face, and the next words out of your mouth was, do your best. And I was like, another sign, this is God, So
Yeah.
I was like, he showed us modified versions, and still I was like, I'm younger than him and I can't do this stuff, but I wasn't accepting that I wasn't in the shape that I was in my 20s. So I had to realize you're not there yet, you have to start somewhere. And confirmation came from the ladies after the class, stay at it, do your best, keep coming. And I can't think of her name right now, but one lady came up to me and she said, I was where you were, and I was like, I can't do this. She said, but somebody told me if I do it 2 weeks, if I can go 2 weeks, it's gonna be peaches and cream after that. So basically, I made a short-term goal with myself, even though I had paid the money and everything. I said, you know what, I'm always quitting stuff, so I'm gonna give myself 2 weeks. So I went through the 2 weeks, came every day, and I was in so much pain, my thighs, my back, my arm, my whole body was in pain. And
To reinforce for anybody else watching this, though, and in hindsight, would you say it was, because a lot of people think no, but like,
well,
what was it good and was it worth it? So when you think of that pain, what was happening?
When I think of the pain, I don't know if this sounds weird, but it hurt so good. I knew it was a pain that my body was experiencing something new, and it didn't want to continue to struggle through that. You have to struggle through something to get where you want to go. It's not easy, it's not smooth. So once I did get over that 2 week, and it wasn't much, but I think the first time I lost like 4 pounds. That was my first weight loss. And I was like, wow, it's only been like a week. And I kind of struggled with the eating, but the working out and the eating kind of eventually came together. And when it came together, I saw myself losing 2 to 3 pounds a week. So when I started, I set a goal for myself at the end of this, and I asked Michelle, I said, is this even realistic? She said, well, if you believe it, So I said, okay, I want to lose 25 pounds this 8 weeks. So she wrote it down, and I end up losing 24 pounds. And not only that, I came in second in the boot camp contest.
Yeah. So how many different 8 week and boot camp is ongoing? It's about most people start with an 8 week challenge. So how many 8 week challenges were you on the leaderboard?
I think 3.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Nice job. Yeah. So so how many weeks or how many months or how long have you been in boot camp now?
I've been here since April. I started the April boot camp. And
And it's now September, so
Right.
May, June, July, August, September, so 5 months?
Right.
Yeah, so 5 months, and so what's...
54 pounds in 5 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's like 10 pounds,
Yeah, it's
averaging.
excellent, yeah,
So,
yeah. And again, does signing up for boot camp do that? No. Does committing to boot camp and committing to
Yeah,
yourself
you have to
and
commit.
to eating right and to working out? Yes. Can you lose 10 pounds a month on average when you're really committed to it? Yeah.
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 And this is evident that it worked, just a simple lifestyle change. And it's working for me. That's why I'm still here. And I plan on continuing to be here, because I really do want to reach my goal, and get down under 200. So I have a ways to go, and I even set a goal for that. By my birthday, which is February 1st, I want to be 190. Under 200. I want to get under that 200 mark. So, and I think I can do it if
to reinforce it, and like you've seen some of the people, and we can talk about more later to think about. But there's many people that started where you are that I have seen, and that is a big milestone for a lot of people. Like
It is.
to go from where you are and where you were to okay, now you're under 200, now you're under 190, now you're under 180
Right.
to whatever your healthy goal is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Physically, what would you say? Not only in class, but outside of class, what have you noticed as far as what you were able to do or not do, and now what are you able to do and not do?
Well, I didn't have much energy. My energy is like through the roof now. I'm able to do more. Like, I used to run track when I was in high school. I'm running, jogging.
Yeah, you're running again.
2
Yeah, that's right.
miles
Yeah, so-
without stopping. So my goal, I used to be cross country, so my goal is to get back running like 6 miles again, So, because it not only helps me physically, it helps me mentally. It's like relaxes me. And I went, just came from Mexico. I did a lot of activities. Zip lined.
Yep, yeah.
I wouldn't normally do that because I'm figuring, I'm gonna break
Sure.
this little stream, But I did it,
So I'm curious, what else did you? So what other activities did you do in Mexico or anywhere that you wouldn't have done before?
ATV drop,
Yeah. Which is
horseback riding,
yeah.
putting a swimsuit on, Wasn't a bikini, but it was a swimsuit
yeah.
on, and I wasn't ashamed to walk around people. I'm not where I want to be, but
And getting better.
getting better, feeling better, doing stuff for my kids, it just, I felt like I was missing out because I didn't have the energy, but I'm, full of energy now, so able to do more. And I'm really thankful for your program. I mean,
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier, like, have you been had a follow up with a doctor?
Yes, my cholesterol is down. They diagnosed me with degenerative disc disease in my back. My back doesn't bother me anymore, and I know it's because of the workout that I've been doing, you know, and it's like on a daily basis I'm doing something,
Yeah,
you know.
nutrition and the right
Right.
right movement, right food.
Right food, you know, together the combination works. It's hard, but if you really want this for yourself,
You're worth it.
yeah. And we don't know this, but we are our most terrible enemy. You know, we beat up ourselves so much, but I had to say stuff out loud and like claim it before I sabotage my own self. So by me doing that, just with anything, I wake up, like yesterday or today, I did not want to come to class. I did not, but I don't even listen to myself anymore. I just start getting dressed, putting on my clothes and
Yeah.
out the door.
So-
But once I'm here, you know, I feel energized, and that's what I have to do, not listen to myself, because once you start slacking off, another day will come, you slack off, another day will come, you slack off, and then
Yeah.
it gets easier to slack off. So it's 5 days a week, and I told myself, even, you know, trying to reach my goal, I have to be here, you know.
Yeah.
I don't always feel like it, but
Yeah, to reinforce that for anything, like any good program that's for anybody, when you're here, how do you feel?
I feel great.
When you're
I
when you're
have
done
the
with class,
support.
you feel
I
great.
feel great. I'm proud of myself for not listening to myself.
Yeah, because it's very,
Yeah.
exactly. It's very easy for the best of us, like to be like at home and be lazy or not feel like work, you know, putting in the effort. But once you're here, you
Right.
feel great. You feel great afterwards. So yeah, one of the ways some people put it is like, because some people ask themselves, do I want to go today? If you ask yourself that, you're doomed.
Right.
Like versus making the commitment.
I'm going.
I'm going, whether I feel like it or not, and actually even the commitment to say like, when I feel like not going, I'm going. Yeah.
And that's what you have to program. You're doing this for yourself, a lifestyle change, and it is a lifestyle change, and it's a good lifestyle change because you feel great. I was wearing a size 22 when I started here. I put on a size 16 dress.
Yeah, so
and
22 to 16.
Yes.
Right.
And that right there, it just makes you,
You can see it in your smile.
yeah, it's like, wow, you know, and you don't realize you were that big until you hold up that dress. And I actually cleaned out my closet because I feel keeping those big dresses, big pants.
Keep one just to go.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know,
Versus-
and I have a size 14 in my closet, and I plan on putting that on in maybe a month or two and hoping it to fit.
Cool.
So,
So what would you say to the ladies out there that, and I say this all the time, but it is the most common excuses. And remember, this is no excuses ladies boot camp. So I say if you can walk through the door, you can do this class. But you know, still a lot of people are skeptical. So for me, like somebody says, I'm too old, I'm too beat up, I'm too out of shape. What would you say to them?
I would say it's just an excuse because it's people here of all ages, and majority of them
All shapes and sizes.
all shapes and
you can do it.
sizes. And you know, when you get here, and if I meet you, I'm going to tell you the same thing the ladies told me, which is, if you can get through these first 2 weeks, you got it. You can do it. It gets easier, you know. I'm not going to lie, you know, when I came, I felt defeated because you look around but the people here made me feel a part of something, and that's one of the big reasons that I'm here is because of the support and the people here. You get attached, you know, you start to care, and you celebrate when they get weight loss, they celebrate when you get weight loss, and it feels good to see that you have support. And Paul is continuing to motivate us and to tell us, do your best. You probably can't do a regular push-up, but you can do the one, which on your
You can always
knees.
modify.
Yeah.
You can always modify.
And
Yeah,
he
it
shows
truly
you
is
the
your best.
modified versions, and even though I was doing the modified versions, I still lost the weight, and I felt like, I'm not getting the full workout because I'm doing the modified, but
You know better now.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I still lost weight, and I'm like, when the weight comes off, it's more of a motivation. It's like, oh my God, I did this. It wasn't any pills. It wasn't, any quick fix, drink smoothie or anything. It was simply me doing the work, eating
Real
right.
good food.
Yeah, and the food, I mean, I think about it as eating for fuel. Like, I must say this, with me, I had to do what's best for me. I do the program faithfully up until Sunday. That's me and my husband's date, date
Sure,
day.
sure.
And I allow myself, whatever's on the menu, I order if I want it. But I always make sure I do a workout after that.
Yeah.
And
it
I
works.
get right
Yeah.
back on track
for
Monday.
you.
And that works for me, So you have to do what works for your body. And now even some of the sweet stuff that I eat is like, was this sweet before? Because
Now it's disgustingly sweet.
because you've been eating right so long, and you come in with this slice of cake, and it's like, your brain is like, was this, and you can't even eat the whole piece. Like, my son ordered pizza, and normally I scoop up 3 or 4 slices,
I'm only chuckling because I can down a large pizza by myself.
and I couldn't eat. I ate one slice, and I was satisfied. So
Yeah.
my eyes said, get another slice and eat it, but
Yeah.
my stomach said, you're full.
Yep.
Don't be ridiculous. So you learn to discipline yourself. Do I really want that? Do I really need that? Is it really worth it? So
So
I
how
mean-
about how about any misconceptions? So like yourself and a lot of people like have this idea of boot camp, and I'm sure coming in here you realize that No Excuses Ladies Boot Camp was some of those things, but was different in other ways. So what are those differences, you think, from what you thought you were walking into then to what you realize what we really do here?
Well, the word boot camp is kind of scary, because I did a couple of boot camps when I lived in Michigan, and they were like hardcore, a coach standing there, you're not doing it fast enough, no, give me 10. Like an army type
Yeah.
drill
a mean
sergeant.
drill sergeant.
Yeah. But it was nothing like that. So I was like, okay. So, but that was the only thing I thought it was going to be like overwhelming, like too much, but it wasn't. I worked at my own pace, and after the first couple of days, I didn't feel like I needed to outdo this person or outdo that person. It was work at your own pace, do your best. So I did my best at what I could do. What I couldn't do, I just took a water break, and drank some water, and by then we were at the next workout. So, I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Actually, I love it. So,
Yeah. Anything else you would say to anything else you would say to ladies sitting out there that are kind of on the fence or sitting on the couch or what?
if you're on the fence and you're not sure if you want to start a new journey of weight loss and health, I would say what I said to myself. Something has to change. can you go another year like this? Can you go another 2 years, another month? And if your answer is no, because if you take that extra month or two or a year, you're probably going to get bigger, more health problems, and you're going to feel even worse. So I would say, just do it. Don't think about it. Just write the number down, fill out the application, and do it, and just show up. I promise you, you won't regret it. I didn't have anybody to start this with, and I'm normally used to having somebody, go with me or whatever, but right here is all the support you need. I mean, you actually start a relationship with these ladies, and you start to care, and they all have great information about everything. Anything we talk about in the class is like, oh, I didn't know that, So I didn't know fruit was bad for you, but.
Well, to clarify, it's not for everybody, but.
Right, but to lose weight,
yeah,
it kind of.
somebody that really needs to lose weight. Yeah.
Right. So, I had to give up some of my fruits, but, now I don't even crave them, not even knowing Sunday when I can have it. It's not even, I don't even crave it. But, I love the way I eat now. I'm full. I get plenty to eat. I'm not starving. If you stick to the program, it'll work for you. It really will. It'll work for you.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Awesome.